Alright, I'm gonna upload this video later on, because more discussion needs to happen on my other videos, the recent ones that I did. So I have an equation here, and it's God is love. God equals love. I put it in a mathematical equation. God equals love. So, I just kind of asked myself, what is the opposite of that? No God, no love. And then I even broke it down further. Okay, let's put the belief in God there. So if they're equal, belief in God equals belief in love. And I thought, well, what is the opposite of that? A lack of belief in God equals lacking a belief in love. And to me, I mean, that's just absurd. Lacking a belief in love? What's that? You know, do you have to believe in love in order to um, do it? You know, and then I put down, how do you prove God, and then how do you prove love? Because if God equals love, and if reason by reason by the argument of reason, if you have to prove that God exists and God equals love, then on the other side of the equation, you do also have to prove love. And then I thought, well, that's just absurd to have to prove love. Uh, I just thought that doesn't make any sense to me, because I think it can be demonstrated in everyday life. I love my dogs. I make sure they're safe. I don't hurt them. When they're hungry, I feed them. When they need to go outside, I take them outside. I make sure they get sleep. And this does go into a philosophical argument, because you can always ask, well, okay, what if you're a parent and you're poor and you don't have a lot of money and you buy your kid shoes, but you don't have enough money to buy him shoes or her shoes every year, and their souls are pretty much gone on their shoes, and does that mean you don't love them? So you can go around and asking philosophical questions like that all the time, and I believe that if you spend too much time in philosophy, you lose reason. And so I asked, what is love? What is not love? And again, you could spend all day long on this, asking questions similar to, okay, so if you go in your car and you drive and you cut off 500 people this week because it's evil, or you put them, if you cut them off because maybe you cut them off so close that you put them in danger, does that mean you don't love them? And then I put down self-hate is taught, which which goes into the sinner argument. Okay, so I met this lady probably a little over a year ago. Her name's not really important, because this quote that I'm going to say is not hers. It is borrowed from many different people. But I'll get to the quote in a minute. So basically, she was saying this idea that we're sinners is out of hell. It's not true. And I don't even think she believes in hell. This fire, brimstone hell, I don't think she believes in it. But basically, she was saying this thing that we're sinners, this idea that we're sinners is not true. We are born good. We are not born evil. We are born with everything we need to love, and we are good. We do not want to hurt other people, and we do not want to be evil or anything. We want to do good. And she said, this is the quote, we are spiritual beings having a human experience, and that's been used over and over and over again. I don't know who actually said that first, but I thought about that, and then I thought, well, how do I know I'm a spiritual being? I don't know. So I have questions here. Are we a sinner? No. We are good people. We are loving people, but does that include we are loving people because God is in us all? And that is the philosophical part of the whole thing, is that we are spiritual beings because having a human experience. And I think behind that statement, we're a spiritual being having a human experience, I think the argument behind that statement is because we have this loving God in us. And I have no idea if I'm a spiritual being or not. I don't know. But going back to, if God equals love, and if you add the belief in God equals the belief in love, then you're saying you have to believe in love in order to practice love. And I don't think one does have to believe in love to practice it. I think love just comes naturally. I think parents want to naturally protect their children from harm. And I think that's love. I also think respect is love. And I think non-respect is learned. And I think this you know loving people is just it just comes naturally. I don't think you need to believe in the idea of love to express it. Um, and I don't know if I already said this or not, but you could ask philosophical questions all day long. If I don't have enough money to buy my child adequate clothes and shoes, and his shoes are falling off his feet, does that mean I don't love him? You could go on and on and on and ask those philosophical questions, and it kind of, you kind of lose reason. And I like asking philosophical questions, but at the end of the day, you're going, huh, that's interesting, but it really doesn't do much else. And that's, I guess, why this God equals love thing is like a philosophical equation. It really doesn't show anything. It's just philosophical. And I would consider myself highly philosophical. But again, in my view, if I use too much philosophy, I can lose reason. So because this is not really going anywhere, and I really don't know where to end up, I have to end the discussion there. Maybe I can come back to this later on after I think about this God is love equation, but I have to stop it there.